Hi everyone, and welcome back to Wade's Workshop. So it's been a little while again, but life gets in the way of being able to get in the workshop. But I've been doing little bits here and there. Now, can I start by saying, in the last video where I started on the low profile DDI holder, I did lose some footage. I didn't know how it happened, what happened. Anyway, I carried on, used my camera. It's got an SD card in it, what have you, and I do odd clips when I can get in the shed. And it turned out that it was a problem with the SD card. All the files on it seemed to be corrupted, all the rest of it. So I reformatted the SD card, tried again, did a few experiments and what have you, and yeah, everything was completely up the swanny, as it were. So I had loads of footage of making this thing, and all lost, all ruined, no good, unusable. So with that said, basically I swapped over, tried the onboard memory of the camera instead of using the SD card. Problem was solved. So it narrowed it down. Issue with the SD card. Threw that SD card in the bin, swapped it to another one that I had in my, I've got a DSLR camera, swapped it to that SD card, experimented again with a couple of little shots in the house, absolutely fine. So we're back up and running, and we shouldn't lose any more footage. So again, apologies, this is going to be a little bit disjointed, huge chunks of machining and parts and bits and pieces that I did for this project that have been lost. So I'll show you where I am now with it. I have got a few little clips of things that have come in, so I'll show you those first, the bits and pieces that have arrived, and then we'll go on to where I am now with the unit itself. So a bit of viewer mail has arrived. So two regular commenters and what have you on the channel. One, Matt's, who's sent me lots of stuff in the past. Having watched the part one of this video, he sent me, I mentioned in the video, I should stop mentioning, I mentioned that I need to get some countersinking bits for smaller holes. So Matt's has sent me some of the single hole type smaller ones. Let me show. I do have some of these, but not they've seen better days. This type, the single hole type, that one's 5 to 10 mil, and the other one is 2.5 mil, and they're 90-degree countersinks bits. So thanks so much for those, Mats. They will be put to use, and I'm sure you'll see them soon. And again, at the same time, with my Z-height problem with the new vise, some stub drills. So not spot drills, you know, with a 90-degree point. These are the sort of 130-degree point ones, but spot drills. So short stub drills, we'll call them, not spot drills. There we go, got that right. Set of M12 by 1 taps. That's something I haven't got. I've got, I think M12 fine. M12 by 1.5, I think I do have. I'm not sure, but I know I've got standard M12. I know I haven't got M12 by 1. M14 by 2, I know I didn't have those at all. M14 taps, I have got M16. And you can never have too many standard metric course M10s. Nice new set. So Mats, thank you so much for that lot. That's brilliant. They'll be going into my tap collection. And you know, as years go by, you accumulate more and more taps, and you end up with pretty much having everything you need until you need that odd one you haven't got, but that's normal. So another regular commenter and what have you, Professor Simon. Now I'm gonna have to open this up because I know his sticker is inside, but again, on the back of me having restricted height, a set of stubby drills. Now these are nice Austrian drills. Metric hole sizes between 2 and 8 mil. Alpen is the brand. Let me see if I can open this case without destroying. I'm sure there's a knack to this, which I haven't got as yet. How does that open then? Squeeze the sides? Don't know. You know what, I'm going to work out how to open this off camera and then show you the sticker. So I figured it out fairly simple at the end. These are cobalt drills, by the way, so really pleased with those. So yeah, a sticker from Professor Simon. So he does have a YouTube channel. It's just Professor Simon on YouTube. I'm trying to think. I think that is all it is called. yeah, there was some other information in there. I'm going to leave it, but Professor Simon on YouTube, check it out, guys. So there are a few other bits of information and what have you, business cards, what have you in the packet, but on YouTube, Professor Simon, so that's another sticker for the sticker board. So another thing that has arrived, but something I've purchased this time, I needed a little knob to go on the end of the DTI holder, the low profile one. So I think Amazon or eBay, I'm not sure, bag of, I'm not sure how many's in it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, there were 12, I've used one. M6 red balls, 23 mil diameter, something like that. And I'm not going to show the DTI holder, but we now have a lollipop stick and a handle on the end and a knob on it. So yeah, that's completed that without me having to make anything. I could have made one out of brass, out of Delrin, what have you, but yeah, they're so cheap. I think bag of 12 was a £5, so I just as well go down that route. So I'm holding this so you can't see it. I don't know whereabouts in the video I'm going to show this, so I don't want to spoil the reveal of the finished article. Okay, so here's the unit. What have I done? As you can see here, little nylon washer, and I've made a little stainless steel knurled nut for it. Shaft is done. It's M4 this end, M6 this end to suit the ball that I've got here. Again, bought the bag of balls, you've seen those. Made the pin with its eccentric, so that's all done. And I have actually set it up, rotated it to be on center as well. So the clock is fitted in it. Let me just spin it round. Okay, so the DTI is fitted in it. Chemical blued the main body after lots of polishing, cleaning up. The same with the brass block with the dovetail in it, cleaned all that up. So it's all fully functional, and this unit is complete. So with that said, let me just slide it along a little, put it somewhere offset. So it's storage position, so that would be its normal sort of operating configuration. The center line, oh, we're losing focus here, is being set so that it's the stylus center is dead in line with the shaft, so that we don't get any weird errors going on. But yeah, I mean, it's completely finished now, and I'm very pleased with it. I've tried it out, and it works an absolute treat. So yeah, there is the finished unit. Could probably do with a little bit of oil in here, which I haven't put any in, but yeah, I mean, it's finished. You know, I'm pleased with everything, how it turned out. Little thin nylon washer was a fiddle to make, but just so that you haven't got to wrench down on that nut to make it grip and fasten it in position, just a little nip. Literally, I can just little nip, and it's there. So yeah, I mean, that's it done. Very pleased indeed. Oop, losing focus here. So move on. I've decided to make a box for it, and I think with storage I'm going to put the stylus up in a safe position and make a box to store it in that configuration, sort of closed up and to fit a box. So with a chunk of, I think it's mahogany, that I had left over from making the base for the Webster engine, I cut 2 chunks, machined them up identical in size, and yeah, this is back when my SD card was playing up, otherwise I would have had footage of this for you. And I've started to machine a box. You can see my sketching on the lid of what I've got to do there. So yeah, fitted some hinges, it's all squared up, it's all fitted. I've little pockets for the hinges to fit in, everything else. So I need to machine the lid. Let me just put the item in its box so that sits in there like so. So far so good. It's a pretty heavy duty box, but it's going to sit just handy on my benches opposite the mill, so at any time I can just flip the lid open and grab it for clocking up, but it's well protected rather than having to strip it down, put the clock away, all that sort of thing. The complete unit's going to be in a box. So now that we have a operational SD card, I'm going to clamp it back in the mill on the table, square it up. I've drawn out, based on, you know, developing it as if it was on paper, where the pockets are, measured the appropriate depths of what I'm going to need. So we're going to put some clearance pockets in this side so that the lid will shut. Okay, so I've got a pocket marked out in pencil on here for this end. It's going to avoid the main body, and it's got to be 7mm deep. So I've just set up 0 on depth. I've set 0, 0 on the corner. Oh, people say to me, like if I do this, oh, you've got your fingers, or you're really close to the cutter. So if I go there, I'm guessing on the image, it may look like I'm about to touch that cutter, but I'm actually about 50mm away there. So quite often when I'm pointing at things, people say, oh, keep your fingers away and what have you, when they're worried, how come you've got all your fingers? And use a pointer. Well, yeah, okay, I can use a pointer. So if I put the pencil there, it's like 4mm away. But I can sort of put it here. I don't know how that looks in perspective, but that looks... It can look just as close, but I don't actually put my fingers close to a cutter. Been doing this a long time. I've got all my fingers. Yeah, you've got to be focused with a milling machine. That cutter is sharp. So, yeah. Don't worry, I've got all my fingers. I'm not as close as it looks. That's the long and the short of what I'm trying to say. So let's just plunge down. Oh, I've got a hole here. I put in deeper than 7 because that's where the hole for the adjusting knob is going to be. I'm just going to come along to roughly the end. Let's have a look. Where are we? 63 mil. So let's just get a Sharpie, because I'm not good at remembering these things. 63 and 0 on this edge. Okay. So let's go down, probably down to about 6 mil here. So back to 0. Let's go back the other way. That's 4 mil deep. So yes, I got sawdust everywhere, but I wiped up any oil that was about first, stop it all sticking, well, to try and help. Right, that's 6.6 deep. And I'm going to give it all a good vacuum and clean down when I'm done. So 63 on my DRO is my stop point. There. Okay, let's just clear out that slot. So we're 0.5 mil off depth. So we will be when we get to the end of this slot. And back to 0. Okay, so I'm going to wind it towards me in Y now, just to get to the back line. I'm going to say about there, which is a 16.6. Let's go 17 mil. Okay, make a note. 17. So I think I'll just, even though it's got a, let's use the pencil, a step up on the top in this area, I'll do a rectangular pocket first. So keep going to 63. And then we'll come back to our 0. Then we'll take the chunk out the middle. So let's just step back 7 mil, because I know it's an 8 mil cutter. Might be 5/16, I can't remember, but nominally 8 mil. I'm back to 0. So, or 63 I should say. There. Okay, so I think I'll clean out this slot now, go around again to depth of 7mm, then we'll look at the other part of the pocket. So, little outcrop on here, gone to 22.5 on my DRO. Can't quite see, let's just, splinters in my way. Okay, now let's go to depth. 7mm. 0. Should be quite quick to rip around here because I've got all my figures. 0. $63. 22.5. Okay, 17 then. Zero. Let's just take the meat out the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to come up from there now, out of there, and deburr that slot, and we'll carry on and do the other pockets. Much the same setup. So a little channel in here, 4mm deep for the handle, set it up on the right spot. We'll do that in one hit, shall we? We're already at 4mm depth. And that goes across into the pocket where the ball's going to sit. And that pocket where the ball sits is 15mm deep. There we are, we're in that pocket now. So let's just get myself some datums. Only to my pencil line. So let's go Y0. And get a reading for the back of the slot. I'm going to say about there, 18.5. 18.6, I missed the 0.5. So 18.6 and 0 is my front and back. Let's come this way to the left, about there. Let's set that X0. Let's go the other way, see where the other extremity is. Round about here, nice round figure, 19.5. Okay, 19.5. Right, so do this pocket. Over here to 0. back to 0. I think you get the picture, guys. I'm just basically pocketing out. Obviously, because it's in wood, it's real quick. So this is close, so let's just get rid of that little piece. There we go. That's why I didn't put my finger if I wasn't going to go that close. Right, so keep plunging now, 15 depth, carry on going round that. We should be good. I measured the height of the ball stuck up in the other pocket in the back. It was about 14 mil, so 15 mil deep here. So I'm just going to start moving it around. I did set the 0. That was 4 mil deep anyway, so just jiggle back and forth, plunging as I go in both directions. Right, that's 12 mil deep anyway. Let's run that cut. Where are we? 19.5. There. 18.6. Cross to 0. There. Back down to 0. So working blind under all this sawdust, but when you got the figures set, the 0, back across to 19.5. Yeah, when you got the figures set into the arrow, it doesn't matter. You don't need to see it. CNC machine can't see where it's going. It's got no eyes. Relies purely on the numbers. What you tell it, where you tell it, all that sort of thing. So, just hollow out the middle. I think I got it. Okay, so let's just get rid of some of that. Okay, so next thing is go into depth, I suppose. 15 mil. Plunging down, moving left and right. That's 15. Okay, let's do it again. 19.5. Nearly there, guys, nearly there. 19.5. 0, which is going the opposite way this time. Back across 0. $18.6. $19.5. Something in the middle, there somewhere. Can't see it. I think I've got it actually. Maybe not. And now, I think that's it. Okay. So let's stop cutter. Now the sawdust out the pocket. Special deburring tool for wood, which is a piece of sandpaper Okay, so there's the pocket. All that remains now is I need another little pocket over here at 18mm deep to take the hand wheel. So I'll do that off camera. Again, a little square pocket in here, clear the hand wheel, and we're done. Well, a quick test, it does fit in there, so that's a good start. I'll open up the little pocket to take the hand wheel. Need to get rid of all of this dust and what have you. So yeah, it fits in that pocket now with the arc of it shutting, so obviously the base is this half here. Let's just remove that piece of wood. So the base is this half here, so it drops in there. With the arc, we may have a few fouling issues with the hand wheel as the lid comes over onto it, so we may have to extend this way with this face, and here we'd be alright with the ball because it's a radius for it to close on, but we may have to increase this size here. So I'm going to take it off the bed and literally try and shut the box. Hopefully success. Well, moment of truth time. Bets. Happy days. So, cheated a little bit. I don't know whether it shows. I did have to pocket out here just at 2mm just to allow the top face of this to miss as it enters, but works and it's shut and it's got a nice safe box. Now with this said, so yes, it fits in a box and it's sealed up. What else can we do? Because it's not pretty enough for my liking, so I'm going to use Danish oil on it. I'm not going to varnish it or anything. Well, I might, but I think Danish oil is the way forward. That's the way I'm going to do it. I do like how this wood turns out with Danish oil. It's nice and dark and what have you. So I'm going to sand it all over. I think I'm going to need some chamfers all around the outside edges. Easy peasy to do. I may even put a radius around all the outside edges. Maybe radius it, maybe chamfer it. Let's see. See whatever takes my fancy as I go along. With this said, I need to get a clasp on here. I have got some clasps. What else do I need? I'm thinking of doing a bit of wood carving on the top. So, alright, I'm no wood carver. I'm a metal carver. But I'm sure we can have some fun. I don't know what we'll have on it. I'll have a look on the internet, maybe do a research on wood carving. I have got some small chisels, and yeah, let's just go with the flow really. Some sort of AIDS Workshop logo on there. Yeah, I'm going to do something. Done a bit of sanding, bit of sorting out, yeah, making it look nice. So I'm just putting 4 pilot holes in for a little clasp here. I've done 3. They're 28mm apart, 10mm what's it. So I picked up the centre, got up 10, out 14, back 14, down 10, cross 14. So last hole, the pilot holes are 10mm deep. And I'm not sure if I did that one because I was busy yabbering. I don't know if I actually drilled it. I did. Okay, so there's 4 holes in there. Screw the clasp on now. It's going to come off again when I stain it. Here we are, starting to look the part now. Job's a good one. Like that clasp. So yeah, I mean we've got hinges on the back. 4. So yeah, radiused all the top corners, down the front. Random orbit sander over everything. So still undecided. I am going to carve the top. It's a nice little job, sat in my kitchen of an evening to carve the top. But that's where we are for now, and I'll show you the carved top in another episode when we move forward. Yeah, so I'm really happy with the box. It's turned out well. I quite like the little clasp. It was only cheap. Big bag of them. Box works out well, sits in. I've done a little lozenge on the top, which is where I'm going to put some carving. Sanded it all round, random orbit sander. Taken all the corners off. You know, made it look generally nice. Even the bottom looks okay. So whether I varnish it or just stain it with some Danish oil, who knows? I do like the Danish oil look on them, and yeah, you can just give it a wipe over with a bit of methylated spirits and put some more on, you know, anytime really. So I'd probably go down that route. Anyway, as usual, guys, I do apologise for not putting a video up for a while, but work has been so busy. I was actually away from home, not on holiday, but away from home, dog sitting, shall we call it, house and dog sitting for the mother-in-law for a fortnight. I've only been back a week. And next week I'm off to Cologne in Germany for 9-10 days for there's an exhibition centre in Cologne, and I'm there representing the company that I work for. In fact, slight sideline on that, it'll be JCB Tools. I've spent the last week or so building an exhibition stand, shall we say. So my job is to go out there with a team of 3 of us, drive to Cologne from here in Pembrokeshire, assemble this stand. I got 2 days to do that, completely assemble it, and then stock it up on the 3rd day with all the product, all the point of sale, that sort of thing, and then 4-day show, and then 2 days packing up and driving home. So I'll be away again, so there won't be a video for a while. Anyway, just a point, I'm not pushing the product. I've got no incentive, I don't get paid anything for saying it, but JCB Tools, so obviously they make pressure washers, cement mixers, all that sort of thing, all the larger stuff, but also the cordless stuff too. Had I not gone down the DeWalt route with, I think I've got a multi-tool, a drill, and an angle grinder, 4.5-inch grinder, and obviously I've got about 6 batteries and 2 chargers, that sort of thing. Had I not gone down that route, having seen these tools, I would have gone down the JCB route. They're really affordable. Batteries are great, tools are great, brushless, really good kit. I would say that, wouldn't I? But no, I genuinely mean it, guys. So have a look, jcbtools.co.uk, I think. So all sorts of 20-volt battery tools. That's the sort of thing that the likes of you and I would need, unless you're in the market for a pressure washer or something like that, or a wood chipper. But yeah, the hand tools, certainly I would go down that route had I not already started, and I'm thinking of jumping ship because I do get a good discount. So, but I don't get paid for promoting them, so that's not my reason for this. Anyway, little tip, have a look, guys. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you all very soon. Cheers now.